Why we believe every January. Every year, as December fades and January begins, a quiet ritual unfolds across the world. Phones are unlocked. Apps are opened. Search bars fill with familiar words: 2026 horoscope, Zodiac predictions, what does my sign say this year? It happens in bedrooms just after midnight, on public transport during the first commute of the year, and in cafes where conversations drift toward the future. Millions of people, across cultures, languages, and belief systems, suddenly care deeply about astrology. Some read carefully, analyzing every sentence. Others scroll quickly, just to see if the year looks promising. But the question remains. Why now? Why does astrology grip us most strongly at the beginning of a new year? Tonight, we explore the psychology behind our New Year Zodiac craze, and what it reveals about the human mind. Psychologists have a name for the powerful feeling that arrives on January 1st. They call it the fresh start effect. Humans are naturally drawn to temporal landmarks, moments that divide life into before and after. The new year is the most powerful of these landmarks. On a psychological level, January 1st feels like a reset button. Mistakes from the past year feel distant. Failures feel containable. Regrets feel detachable. We mentally separate our old self from our future self. Astrology enters precisely at this moment, offering direction when our minds are most open to change. Neuroscience shows that beginnings activate motivation. When we perceive a new chapter, the brain releases dopamine, the chemical linked to anticipation and possibility. Dopamine doesn't reward achievement. It rewards expectation. This is why planning feels exciting. Why imagining success feels energizing. New Year horoscopes exploit this perfectly. They promise insight, momentum, and emotional reassurance, without requiring immediate action. Your brain interprets zodiac predictions as information about opportunity. And opportunity is intoxicating. The future is unsettling. Humans struggle with uncertainty more than almost anything else. At the start of a new year, uncertainty multiplies. Career questions. Financial worries. Relationship doubts. Health concerns. Astrology offers a psychological coping mechanism. Not certainty, but structure. Not facts, but frameworks. A horoscope turns chaos into a narrative. And the human brain prefers stories over randomness. Humans are pattern-detecting machines. Our ancestors survived by identifying meaning in their environment, weather cycles, animal behavior, seasonal changes. That same instinct remains. Astrology satisfies this ancient tendency by offering patterns in the sky that feel connected to patterns in our lives. When something good happens, the horoscope feels validated. When something bad happens, it feels explained. The brain doesn't ask if the connection is real. It asks if the connection is comforting. One of astrology's most powerful psychological appeals is perceived control. At the start of the year, people crave guidance, but resist restriction. Astrology offers advice without obligation. It suggests, but never demands. You can follow it when it feels right. Ignore it when it doesn't. This creates an illusion of control that feels safe. And safety is psychologically irresistible. The new year triggers identity reflection. Who am I becoming? Who do I want to be? What should I leave behind? Zodiac signs offer ready-made identity narratives. You're not just confused, you're a Pisces navigating emotional depth. You're not stubborn, you're a Taurus holding your ground. You're not restless, you're a Gemini seeking stimulation. Astrology reframes personality traits as destiny-aligned characteristics. This reduces self-criticism and increases self-acceptance. Psychologists know that labels shape behavior. When people adopt a label, they unconsciously align actions to match it. At the new year, zodiac labels feel especially potent. Reading that your sign is entering a year of growth primes your brain to notice growth opportunities. Being told it's a year of letting go encourages emotional release. The prediction becomes a lens, not a prophecy. Many horoscopes rely on the Barnum effect, the tendency to accept vague, general statements as personally meaningful. Phrases like, "You may face challenges, but growth will follow. This year invites reflection and change." These statements apply to almost anyone. But at the new year, when people are already introspective, they feel deeply personal. The mind fills in the blanks automatically. Astrology doesn't hit equally all year. Its emotional impact depends on timing. At random moments, a horoscope feels trivial. At the new year, it feels significant. Why? Because emotions are heightened. Expectations are elevated. Vulnerability is increased. Psychologically, this is called state-dependent meaning. The message stays the same, but the mind changes. Hope is not optional for humans. It's neurological. Studies show that hope activates goal-setting regions of the brain. It improves resilience. It reduces stress. New Year horoscopes are hope delivery systems. They reassure us that effort will matter. That challenges are temporary. That better outcomes are possible. Even skeptics absorb the emotional benefit. Reading horoscopes helps regulate emotion. Anxiety softens. Uncertainty feels organized. Fear becomes anticipatory rather than paralyzing. This is why people return to astrology during life transitions, new jobs, breakups, relocations. The new year is the biggest transition of all. Astrology is rarely solitary. It's shared. Friends compare signs. Partners check compatibility. Social media amplifies zodiac humor and insight. Belonging strengthens belief. When everyone is engaging with astrology at once, it feels legitimate, even inevitable. Modern platforms intensify the Zodiac craze. Algorithms prioritize astrology content in December and January. Search spikes reinforce visibility. Engagement loops reward repeated exposure. The brain mistakes frequency for importance. If you see astrology everywhere, it feels relevant, even necessary. Many people unconsciously use horoscopes as decision filters. Should I start something new? Is this a good time to let go? Should I focus inward or outward? The horoscope doesn't make the decision, but it legitimizes it. Psychologically, this reduces decision fatigue. Astrology becomes a ritual at the new year. Reading predictions. Setting intentions. Noting lucky days. Rituals give abstract time emotional meaning. They transform dates into experiences. And humans need rituals to anchor uncertainty. Even people who say they don't believe in astrology often check it in January. Why? Because belief isn't required for emotional influence. You don't need to believe a story is true for it to affect you. You only need to imagine it. Humans think in stories. Beginnings. Middles. Endings. The new year demands a storyline. Astrology provides one instantly. With themes. With arcs. With lessons. It turns the unknown year into a readable script. Unlike resolutions, horoscopes don't punish failure. If you don't grow, nothing breaks. If you don't change, nothing collapses. This lack of pressure makes astrology emotionally safe. Especially after years of unmet goals. The Zodiac craze peaks at the new year because psychology aligns perfectly. Fresh start motivation. Identity reflection. Uncertainty tolerance. Hope activation. Social reinforcement. Astrology arrives at the exact psychological intersection humans are most open to meaning. Astrology's power isn't cosmic. It's cognitive. It works because it mirrors our internal state. Our questions. Our fears. Our aspirations. The stars don't guide us. Our minds do. The New Year Zodiac obsession reveals something deeply human. We want reassurance that effort matters. We want narratives that make uncertainty bearable. We want permission to hope again, even after disappointment. Astrology provides that permission. So when you read your horoscope this new year, ask yourself, what am I really searching for? Certainty? Direction? Comfort? Hope? Because astrology doesn't predict your future. It reflects your readiness for change. The psychology behind our New Year Zodiac craze isn't about belief in the stars. It's about belief in ourselves. That a new chapter is possible. That growth still exists. That meaning can be found even in uncertainty. And every January, we look up, not because the stars have changed, but because we are ready to try again. Do you check your horoscope every new year? Comment your zodiac sign below. Like the video if this made you think. Subscribe to Why Curio for more hidden stories behind human behavior, psychology, and ancient rituals.